Hello, welcome to Frank's School. I'm going on with a description of my imaginary movie, Resurrection. This would be the seventh shot I've made at describing this, and it's the 68th day of the 5th year of Frank's School, first video. Uh, Back to character one, this big, strong, black, probably black guy that arrived. There's a little, I forgot to tell you, he limps severely. Um, Very noticeably, one leg. That doesn't take away from the fact that he is huge and he's strong, but he has a limp. That's actually sort of important. Uh, and you might think, well, that's why he's angry. Nah, I don't know. And that whole business about him being angry, that needs to be seem like a permanent fixture about him, not just he stubbed his toe or something, and so he's angry. Uh, when he arrives, he will shake hands with at the Aldea. He'll shake hands with character number one. Now there's hands, which is a very critical, theme within this movie. And he also, and I also need to deal here with the question of what about rings? Are people wearing rings? If you're going to see so many close-ups of hands, the old man, it starts with his hands. Was he wearing a ring? I think not. And the girl, character number two, I think no, she should not be wearing a ring either. I don't think. I'm not sure. Uh, I think maybe this guy should be, but not a wedding ring. In any case, he does a double take when he sees character number two because of her astounding beauty. I mean, she is gorgeous, and he notices that pretty right away. As a matter of fact, that's going to be a driving tension within the movie. His desire for character number two, who is not available to him. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead with that. One other thing to say that this character should have a multi-tool on his possession. I think that's what you call it. A little bit like a Swiss Army knife, except I don't think it should be a Swiss Army knife. It should be a multi-tool. And I don't have that much respect for multi-tools. I think usually they don't do any of their jobs very well. But I think I'm wrong on that case. But in any case, he should have one, and it should be a very good one. And at some point, when he gets off the plane or when he comes out of the airport, he should go through his baggage and very intently to make sure that multi-tool is there. And then I suppose he would carry it in his pocket or wear it or whatever. All right, now I'm going on to character number four. Character number four will be seen struggling up the path, coming up the same path that character number one did so beautifully as she walked. She walks in beauty like the night. There's a poem from the Romantics that talks about the beauty of a woman's walk. Well, anyway, he will come struggling up that path. Now, character number four is heavy. He's almost fat. And I say he's struggling up the path because his weight. He's sweated, wet, he's winded. And one of the reasons that he's struggling so is because he's got a yoke on his shoulders like humans wear. I have one in the barn. Maybe I should bring it up and show and tell. I should show you what a yoke looks like. I'll try to do that. I know where it is. And he's carrying two baskets, and there's a lot of weight there. He's carrying a heavy load, and he's coming up the path. Now, he's the best opportunity I know of in this movie to come up with comic relief. He should be a character who doesn't actually take himself that seriously. He knows he's overweight. He has no illusions of being some handsome guy. He's jolly, and his timbre should be an acoustic guitar. Again, I'm not really quite ready to explain about all these timbres, but each character should have a timbre. Uh, and in my mind, I am basing this character on a guy whose nickname or his stage name or whatever is O Matador in Lisbon, which is so funny in a way. O Matador is the matador in a bullfight, and but this guy was sort of he's the what do you call that, master of ceremonies at a hostel in Lisbon. He brings the music and he dances, and I saw him like 3 or 4 years ago when I traveled with my daughter on a Saturday night in that particular hostel. They have like a party, and he was there, and he was doing his dancing and had his music and stuff. Well, here 3, 4 years later, there he is again, the guy that's I can't think what you call the guy that signs you into the hostel and stuff. I was talking to him about the guy because he doesn't dance. He dances in a funny way, and I remember the guy saying, "But he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy." And I had to admit, yeah, he was. I actually talked quite a bit about him in back. Wait, I could maybe give you these links. And maybe one other thing I should say, I gave you some numbers if you wanted to go back and look at these Aldeias do Xisto and some other ones. I gave you numbers, but I didn't give you links. I'll have to deal with that at some point and actually give you links, because I know in the modern world people don't want to research it. They want to just have a link. I'll do that. All right, and then finally, it might be apparent now that what I'm doing in this movie so far is this is that epic theme of gathering of a team where people come together to do a job, to fight a war, to have a council, whatever. I mean, it's an epic theme. It's age-old. And that's what's going on. These characters are gathering. All right, I think that's enough for today. Bye.